Hey everyone. Yeah, I was gonna try to do this earlier, except, well, I tried to do the YouTube webcamming, and that didn't work. So, what are you gonna do? But I am doing this now with my new HP notebook and streaming notebook, whatever you want to call it. It's sort of a Christmas gift to myself, but I didn't open it until until I got it until Christmas, until my mom got hers. So here we go. Let me just balance that out there. So basically, I just waited a while to upload this or create this video because this is, as you can see the title below. If I'm able to put this on YouTube, um, I'm here to talk about Star Wars and Star Wars Episode 7. And I have to say that if you've not seen Episode 7 yet, you need to see this. You need to see this movie right away. I mean, it's one of those films that you just have to see to believe. I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, this basically takes all the elements of all six films and puts it all into this movie. It references what's happened in previous films. It's reference, um, you know, like I said, it references what's happened in previous films, as well as I think it even references some of the graphic novels and stuff that you don't normally hear about. So, well, you do hear about, but you don't read much about. So, but yeah, it's one of those movies that you just have to watch and really see to believe at what they bring out in this film. For anybody that was complaining that it um, might be CGI um, full, if you will, you don't have to worry about that. The CGI is basically very limited. I mean, it's there when it needs to be, like with certain scenes and stuff, like certain battles, like in the air battles and all that. It's there, but um, it's very limited to the point that, let's put it this way: when George Lucas did the special editions of the original trilogy, episode 3, 4, and 5. Episodes 4, 5, and 6. When he did the original trilogy, he basically, when he did the special editions, that is, he basically, how do I put this? He basically put some of those additional scenes with CGI scenes. There is no doubt about that. So, so when you look at the special editions, you kind of see like, okay, which is CGI and which is not. And that's kind of like what this and that's kind of like what episode 7 is. You know what's CGI and you know what's not. And there's less CGI than what people were fearing about, than legitness, than realism. I mean, like I said, there are certain scenes, certain battles that have to use CGI, but everything else, it makes you feel like you're watching a Star Wars film. There's no doubt about that. J.J. Abrams obviously is a fan of the Star Wars mythos, Star Wars franchise, and probably like a lot of us didn't like what the prequels had done, except for maybe number 3, and decided, you know what? I'm going to change all that. I'm going to get things back to the way they should be, and that's what he did. He did just that, and I'm actually happy he did that because number 3. I'll give it like this. I was okay with the prequels. I know that might be blasphemy to a lot of people, but I was okay with the prequels. I was okay with them. They weren't. I didn't think they were that bad. I mean, I understand a lot of people didn't like Jar Jar Binks and stuff, and they didn't like the CGI fieldness that basically pretty much was the prequels. But I think JJ was one of those fans that kind of agreed on certain elements that were bad about them and decided, you know what, I'm not going to do that with episode 7. And if I do have to do CGI, I'm going to balance it out. And that's what he did. He balanced it out to the point that you could actually go and you watch this movie and feel like you're watching a legit Star Wars movie. You can. I mean, the characters themselves, they really bring this movie to life. I mean, the characters from Kylo Ren to Rey to Finn to Poe, and even the returning cast of characters of Han Solo, Chewbacca, uh, General Leia, Princess Leia, you know, even C-3PO and later and eventually R2D2. They and even Luke Skywalker when he finally shows up. They really carry the story and get you set up for what obviously is being built up as the next generation of Star Wars, and that's basically what this is. You know, for me, going to see this movie with my family was a huge deal because usually when I see movies with my family nowadays, it's usually with one set of families or the other. You know, sometimes we do try to get together, but then certain circumstances prevent that from happening. This time it did not. You know, with the exception of my nephew who's in Japan right now with the Navy, a majority of my family was with me. My mom, my older sister's family, my second older sister's family, we were all together. And you know, it was a great experience. We all enjoyed the movie. We really did. And we saw it in 3D. Now, there was an option that we were either going to go to Modesto and see it at the Brendan Theaters, or we were going to see and see it there, and then probably go back to my sister's after that. But then it was decided that it'd be better off to see it in Turlock at the Regal Theaters because of the fact that unlike the Brendan Theaters, they were actually showing the 3D versions on multiple screens, so you were able to see the 3D version more times than once. And the line that we were in was a lot longer than a lot it was longer than I think I'd ever seen it. But and it was mostly for Star Wars, but it wasn't for the showing that we went to. No, it wasn't for the showing we went to. It was for the showings for the other Star Wars showings in the other screens. We went to the 445 one and we enjoyed it. We really did. For me, I was lucky enough to see it even though I was tired, and believe me, I was tired. I mean, I worked 6 a.m. to 2:30 on Sunday, and I still was able to go see Star Wars. I just had to drink a lot of caffeine to get me going. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, I really did enjoy the movie. I really liked it. And my family, my sisters, my mom, my niece, everybody was theorizing, just like Angry Joe was with his friends. I'm sure James Wolfe was with Mike, Doug, and Robert. Everybody's been theorizing exactly what's going to be uh, revealed in the upcoming films, and what's the connection between Rey and Kylo Ren, and Luke Skywalker, and this, it just, what's the connection? Like why does Rey have the Force? What's Finn's role? What's Poe's role? You know, who's this new? He's kind of like a Sith Lord. Well, he's kind of like the Emperor, but he's different. He's like the Emperor. He's not an Emperor, but he's kind of like basically he's like an Emperor, the First Order. And just like with the Emperor, he's always communicating with Kylo Ren and the General there via hologram. So, but the way they make him look, he's very big and everything, and pretty much people are already theorizing that the way he's presented, this Emperor kind of like guy. I got to look up his name again. Um, that he's not exactly what he seems to be, and it's going to be revealed in the later films. But overall, for me, I really enjoyed Star Wars, and I highly recommend any of you that have not seen Star Wars yet to go see Star Wars Episode 7. You'll really enjoy it, and I guarantee you, you, like a lot of us, will be theorizing afterwards of what you feel is going to come next and what connection all these characters have. So that's all I'm going to say for my review on Star Wars Episode 7. I'll be back with another video theorizing exactly what I feel is going to be revealed in the next in the next few movies or episodes, if you will. So let me know what you guys think down below. Tell me what you liked about Star Wars, and I will be back with my theorizing and what I feel will be revealed in episode 8 and 9. So let me know what you guys think down below. I'll talk to y'all later.